Hello everyone, welcome to my home for my home Eval, and let's get started. Okay, so here is the outside of my home. We're going to start out here. I have a one-level ranch style home. It's going to get a little noisy out here. There's a truck going by. So you're looking at my front door. There's, I think, 4 or 5 steps to enter, but it is not our main entrance. You can see my flower garden, this whole front area here to the side, and then down the front here. This is what my husband and I spend a lot of our time on. It's a leisure activity. And now it's August and it's getting kind of crispy out here. So this is my driveway. This is where I park my car. We have a not paved driveway, but it's like stones that have been crushed, and it's kind of like the paved driveway. So it's pretty easy to walk on. My car where I park, I get the spot closest to the house, because if I showed you the rest of my driveway, you'd see it's a bit chaotic. I have a garage that is a working shop, and there's a lot of guys that come here and do a lot of stuff. You can see there's a lot of things. This is outside of my garage. So I started outside because this is probably the biggest hazard to my house. This is our side door, which is our main entrance. So as you come up here, like I said, nice easy walk here until you get to about here. It's like a little hoopty. We come up, and this is kind of the corners of where projects have started and ended. When we built the garage like 15 years ago, we built that sidewalk area in the back, and that's where we ran out of concrete. And then when we did the driveway, this is where we ran out of this material, and this is our main walking area. So it is a large hazard, but it is what it is. So if I was coming into this doing a home eval, and obviously if someone had some kind of device, this would be a major area of concern. You can see I have 1, 2, 3, 4 different areas here. So this area here kind of comes up and then goes down, and then there's the little level uneven step here, and then there's another little step. It's not really a step, but you could easily get your foot caught on that. I'm not saying I have experience with that. So a lot happens here when it rains. This area here collects water. This is also where we, in case you can't tell, keep all of our gardening supplies, because we're out here a lot. Where we store our bins for recycling and trash. So there's a lot that happens right in this area. It's where we all pass through. We do have good lighting. We have a motion censored light there with a bird's nest. We have a big light on the front of the garage that's also motion censored, and there's a light on the side door too. Okay, so here we are at our side entrance, which is our primary entrance. There are 11 steps to enter here. 11. So this is me being the client now, my greatest area of concern. About 10 years ago, I would say, when I started having problems with my hip, this was a big challenge for me. Stairs have always been a challenge for me in my life, but they were easier to do prior to when I started having problems with my hip. And then since my hip replacement, they didn't get any easier. I still have a lot of trouble with stairs. When I am going up this group of stairs here, I can probably get up the first 4 or 5 doing like step over step. but especially if I'm carrying something, I get to that fourth or fifth one and then I end up going one step at a time, always holding on to the railing. Depending on if these two goons are around too, they certainly can get underfoot very easily, and I have to always be extra cautious. So these steps are standard, except for the bottom one that we also added, because it used to just be there's 7 and then a landing and then 3 and then the step into the door. So let's head on up. All right, so I'm on the threshold or the landing area here. I have this nice beautiful little walkway that my son built me this year that goes out into my backyard, and then I have a little area that I can sit out in the nice weather. Then I get them back here, so I have these 3 steps, standard height, till you get to the step that goes into the house. That's about 10 inches, so it's a little bit higher. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. We open the door. Of course, kids have to go in first, and then that bigger one. And then when we come into my house, you come into this like little cubby kind of area. I don't have a coat closet. I just have this little kind of nook area, which we just have hooks to hang our stuff. And then behind this door is my basement stairs. I just have an unfinished basement. Okay, so then we enter into my kitchen. So everybody comes right into the kitchen. As I mentioned, I have a 1-story home. We can see where that bar is, or that piece of wood there is. Knocked down a wall that was there years ago. So now we just have one big open space, which has been great. So we come in and this is the space, nice wide open, stove, microwave, sink, dishwasher. And then on this side is the refrigerator and small countertop area. You can see there's not a lot of countertop space. It fills up quickly, which is why we made this island area, which also becomes a collect-all area when you walk in. We have those rubber mats that are like those gel mats, so anti-fatigue mats for standing, but they're very sticky, they don't slide around. And then I also have this big mat when you walk in, meant to pick up the dirt. You can see there's a lot in those little grooves, but it does not slide at all, which I love. Even with the dogs running around, this thing is like glue on the floor. I have good lighting in here. I have 2 windows that in a lot of natural light. I have the microwave that has a small light under it. The sink has nice lighting. I have these little lights under the cabinet that are rechargeable, and they're motion censored, and they really let off a lot of nice light. And then this big light over that's on the ceiling fan, and really provides adequate light in here. We have that light over the kitchen table that was an add-on when we knocked that wall down. Let's see what else. I think overall this room, there's no real major concerns as far as any of that goes. The only big concern in here is the flooring. We had a slow leak in our dishwasher years ago that we didn't know about, but you can see like where the floor is darker brown there. It was leaking and we didn't know it. So you can see where all these marks are. Mabel is showing it there. There's a change in the flooring. I'm trying to show you the level, and then right there too. So it's uneven there, and it's very easy to get your toe caught there and trip or stub your toe, because when the dishwasher was leaking and the water got under there, it warped the floor. It's a laminate floor, and now it's all warped. So we need to replace that, but that's a big project, so we have to just be careful. All right, coming around, here's the front door. As I mentioned, we don't really use this door. I open it for air. Amazon delivers packages there, but otherwise I tend to push the table back just so that we have this space here. There's just 3 of us, sometimes just 2 of us. Sundays there's 4 of us, so I can just slide this table around as needed and keep that walkway open. That light is a dimmable light, which I love, so that when we go out at night, we often turn it on and just keep it down low, and that way there's that light there. Turning into our living room, we just have this space here with our couches and then the TV there. So this is really where we just spend our time, but it's, nice open space, easy to maneuver around. That's where the dogs usually sit. But easy to access out. We have light there, light up on the ceiling if needed. We have this, where the curtains are, there's a huge window. We really keep it blocked. Those are like energy efficient lights, curtains there, so that with the heat, like we often have them closed. Today is just a beautiful day, and I actually have some windows and doors open just to get some air in. Okay, so coming around, this is 1 bedroom, and then the bathroom, and then the 2nd bedroom. So a nice, easy space here, easy to maneuver and walk around in. And there's also a light in that area there too. Often if I'm doing something in the kitchen or at the kitchen table that I feel like I do need more light, I can turn that light on. One concern in this area, as far as the flooring, where the threshold would be, there was a piece that went over that threshold. It's actually right here. It's supposed to go over there and cover that piece, but it's like a T shape, and that piece actually broke. It's the piece that is actually in there, and it's in there. So I'm pretty sure I tripped and caught my foot on it and knocked it off, or several times. So we can't find the exact match anymore. So at some point we'll figure out how to fix that or glue it back down or something. But honestly, it's smoother without it. It doesn't look as nice, but it is actually easier to walk. I can't tell you how many times I caught my foot on it with that little mound there. So I might come up with a different solution for that. Okay, here is the bathroom. For having such a small house, we actually have a very wide bathroom. Not gonna complain, it's just funny to me. So going in, here's the bathroom from side to side. Okay, standard bathroom. This was like our COVID project. We kind of did some updates in here. We put new cabinets in. This countertop, we extended. My washer and dryer's on the other side. So, I use this to fold laundry. We have good lighting with this lighting that is over the sink. The only downfall to this is you need to turn it on and off here. And it is this little tiny switch here. So it can be tricky at times. We do have an overhead light that is the exhaust fan. The switch is here at the door, but we don't use it typically. We typically use the side lights because Otherwise the exhaust fan comes on, and I don't know, these are just the lights we use. But I can see, like I said, sometimes those are a little tricky to get on and off. So I could see that becoming a problem if we develop fine motor problems. Toilet is what we call a comfort height. Again, when I had all my hip problems, that was something we changed, and everybody in the family being taller than me really appreciated it. And a squatty potty, of course, because why not? Coming around to the shower, we have a standard tub shower, I believe, just standard height. We do have a handheld shower head. The shower, it's a fiberglass unit, and it does have this built-in bar. It's pretty sturdy, so you can use it to hold on to as you're stepping in and out. But I would make a recommendation going forward to probably put something on the outside here. This is a very narrow space here, but maybe a narrow bar might fit in there. I don't know what's here for wood. Otherwise, probably something here. This is my towel rack thing here. So then behind my door is my washer and dryer. Got a load of towels in there. So it's nice. Again, probably about 10 years ago, you can see a theme. We brought these up. They were in our basement. It was pretty easy because the washer and dryer were pretty much right underneath where the bathroom is. For, again, some reason, we had this very large linen closet in the bathroom. So it wasn't too difficult to, this is a very large washer and dryer too. So we made the stack washer and dryer up here. I have a grabber because being only 5'2", sometimes I can't reach things in the back of the dryer, like socks or anything that's smaller, and it kind of gets stuck in the way back. I do need that reacher to get some of those things. Let's see. I think that's it for in here. I also want to show you my throw rugs in here. I do have a rubber backed mat that we keep down in front of the shower. And then I have this large mat in front of the sink. They both stay down all the time, and I haven't had any problems with them staying in place. The only concern I would have going forward would be this particular one I'm showing you. If one of us needed like a walker or something that was going to be moving like that, it would certainly get in the way and be a challenge, and this would need to get picked up. All right, so talking about communication, it's like what's behind door number 1, this lovely towel rack that now is the dog's towel for days where it's rainy, snowy, so forth. This used to be my son's beach towel, has now become the dog's towel. But if we take and reveal what's behind it, it's our old phone that is still hanging. It is the landline. It serves no purpose right now. We had plans on keeping it going, but just never followed up on the service with it. So we are now purely a cell phone family, which I'm recording with right now. I do know how to use my cell phone at this point in time. I feel very confident in utilizing it. We're pretty high tech here. We have cell phone, tablets, which I was just using to show you that. Oh, there goes Oscar into his office chair. You can see on our crate is my end table, computers, tablets. My husband has the Apple Watch. So many ways to keep track of safety and contact people. I have my phone set up at night and so does my husband, for like focus, so that it's not going off for everyone, but I just allow certain texts and phone calls to come in, so that if there's an emergency or something, I can still get notification from those people in my family, but not everybody. So try to stay up on technology in those ways. But right now it's all cellular. And my security system are called Oscar and Mabel. We do have cameras, security cameras. Outside, I can see my driveway, my doors, and know what's happening around my yard as well. All right, so Mabel and Oscar want to thank you for coming on our house tour. I forgot to mention the hazard that these two are, because they are always under my feet. They behave, I know, look at them, look at each other like, who, us? They behaved very well today, but these two are constantly under my feet. I literally almost went flat out this past weekend from this one right here, who usually follows me but doesn't get right under me. She was really following me this weekend, so they just really like to protect me and follow me. This one is usually my guardian and likes to go everywhere with me. So something to keep in mind. We have to always be aware of pets. Just because they're big doesn't mean that they aren't a trip hazard. And another problem are these toys. That one's hard to see, it blends in, but I'm always picking up fuzz or animals. They, especially this one, likes to pull them out constantly. We have this big basket of them, but she loves to pull them out and play with them, which is great, but they are another trip hazard. So things to keep in mind.